So hey, I'm back. I don't know how. We had a horrible morning. I came into the office this morning, 7 o'clock, and the stupid website was down, but they had it back by 10:30 this morning. So I said, hey, we have to carry on. We have to do a video. So
and poor Evie's been traumatized too.
And Evie's been traumatized. Oh, let's show Evie. Oh, I got paint all over.
Well, we can't color that white.
This is my tuxedo kitty, Evie. He used to be on my website. Maybe some of you have been with me a long time. Remember seeing Big Fat Evie? Evie's, I guess he's 11 now. He's a very good boy.
So is me.
And he consoles me when I feel bad. And I was feeling pretty freaked out this morning when that site was down. It didn't come up for 3. But you know, these things happen. Everything's cool now. Everything's fine. They just changed the server, did a little work, and forgot to tell me. Anyway, this is Shelly.
Howdy.
Shelly and I have been working in the messy basement in the messy office now together for 11 years.
As old as Evie.
As old as Evie. And I don't know why, but she hung around. Anyway, this is Shelly. She's in charge. She's the real boss here. I want you to know that. She cracks the whip. She keeps it all together. So if you have any complaints at all about our goods or anything that happens at Bisou Boutiques with your orders, call and ask for Shelly, okay? Because she wants to talk to you about any problem that you have.
I'll do the best I can.
She will. She's the nice one here. Anyways, okay, so we better get to it because I got a bunch of stuff to show you. Say bye, Evie. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So as you see, I have been painting, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. This is going to be a video with a whole lot of different things in it, but you're going to enjoy it because I'm going to show you some cool stuff, and it's going to take you down a new path. Anyway, I wanted to show you this filigree first. This filigree is so versatile. A lot of people are liking to make rings now. Look what you can do with this. You can make a ring, and look how nicely it fits. It's so simple. I'm going to do one for you right now. Now, bail making pliers would probably be better, but you know what? I found I can do it with this. So I'm going to do it. Now, you just have to go careful. It's a fairly sturdy filigree. Just start bending it. Just start bending it from the middle. Okay, but not too hard in here because you see you just have these little spots. You don't want those to break. But you can actually kind of start doing it with your fingers even. It's not a real skinny thin filigree. You know, it's definitely going to support a ring. But still, you need to be careful. Anyway, see how I've got it kind of into a U? Now, if we had a little bit more time, I would get this more refined. It's kind of something you have to work with a little bit, you know, but it's very, very simple. Very, very simple. You can do this. Right here you need to be a little bit careful too. You want to get it to match up. And of course, if you want it smaller, then you'll bend it a little bit more from the middle. You know, but to get it nice and round, you have to play with it a little bit. But this is basically it. Now you can see this isn't perfect, you know. If I have more time, I would play with this a little bit more. But this one's not half bad. See? It's not half bad. So, you know, you can see the possibilities here. Now, this is, let's see, this is Brock's 07436 on the site. We have a pretty good inventory of them if you guys want to give it a shot. Actually, I really do think the bail making pliers would be a little bit better. I think those are out, but I do have a new order coming in probably by next weekend if you want to get some. And I don't buy the Weber's brand. These are Beadsmith. The Weber's brand just costs twice as much, and I can't see a lot of difference. Sometimes you'll get a little bit of leaking of cresoline from here. That's just because they're new. Clean them up, it's fine. I don't know. I got to get a pair of Weber's and compare them. But I don't know. I think, you know, if you have limited money to spend, this will be just fine for you for right now. But Weber's is nice, you know, if you want to spend them, they are very nice. I just think these are okay. Okay, so anyway, we got that there. Now, another thing I wanted to show you real quick is these whirlygig findings that we put on the site a couple of weeks ago. Let's see. It's Brock's 09209 for the whirlygig in this color, the Brock's. Silverware is 09475. SILWAR. 0947. I'll put it on the newsletter this weekend. How's that? But here's the cool thing. Look at this. I took it and I manipulated it around this. So you could actually rivet it first, put this thing in, and have a spinning pendant like you have on here onto a base. Okay? Very simple. You just put it in and you just twist this over it. Roll it over. That's all. So easy. I'm not going to finish this one because we're not going to have time to do everything, but it gives you an idea, okay? That's how you're going to do it. Okay, but you have to rivet it first because you want to have a hole, unless you want to do a hole through this too, in which case then you're going to have to punch it, drill it, whatever. And that could be done because this stamping, while it's quite sturdy, is not horribly thick. So, and it's even got a depression here. You might even be able to go through that with an awl. Try it. Then we've got this little number here, which is a cutie. And I don't know if I wrote the number down. Yeah, Silwar 09463. And this, with a little bit of manipulation, now you have to pull these out a little bit because it's a little bit bigger. But I did one upstairs. And of course we didn't bring it down, wouldn't you know. But if you pull this out, this is going to fit in here too. And you could set this all over with stones, and then, you know, you could rivet this first to something. You know, a cuff or a stamp, or, you know, one of these findings here with the hole in it already. And you could get yourself a really cool thing. But this is going to need a little bit of work, but it does fit. I have done it. These just need to be pulled out a little bit more, and it'll fit nice and secure. And what a cool piece will that be? You can see you can do it with this piece too, which Shelley just put on the site today. I've just about got it in there. Doesn't really want to come up. But then there's another idea. So all kind of stuff is going to fit in there, and you can have a good time with it and get yourself a little whirlygig thing for a ring. And on these bases, of course, now this center hole is going to be too big for you to drive a rivet something onto it. It's going to be loosey-goosey, not work, so you're going to need to E6000 glue it or spot solder it. If you're adept at that, you have a soldering gun or something, you'll want to do that. And then just real quick, here's a couple of pieces that I've recently made. This is a piece of my patina that I've done with the vinegar and just Renaissance waxed it. This is not enhanced with Gilder's paste or anything else. I got this color with vinegar and salt in the oven. Then I put a pie crust bezel. I put a pop bottle top in here, a little washer. I put in a propeller, and then I ice resined it into the middle. And this is going to make a cool pendant. Then I did this one too out of some parts that we have. We have this piece on the site. We have this bale on the site, which is really cool. V shape with a roll to it. I drilled this. I hung this, which we have on the site. And these pieces, the gears, are in the steampunk section. This rolls. And I put some old watch movements. So that's really cool. Give you some ideas for this weekend if you get a chance to play. Get into your steampunk stuff. We've got all the steampunk junk in the world. And go in there and get some things to go with it and make some neat jewelry too. So we're going to stop here, and then we're going to step over to the other bench because I have a few more tips on Gilder's paste for this week. Okay, so this week we're going to talk just a tad bit more about Gilder's paste, and then I will have new videos all about Gilder's next week. And we're going to talk for a minute about the Adirondack acrylic paint dabbers, which just came in. Shelley does have them on the website, and they're ready to go. And as for the dabbers, we're starting out with cranberry, red pepper, denim, butterscotch, pearl, which is a nice substitute for white, purple twilight, and stream. That's what I started with. I'm going to add to it with some metallics and a few other colors real soon. And then that way you're going to be able to add to your palette, just like we've been adding to the Gilders. I have a shipment coming in of Gilders, and there's canary yellow and regular gold coming. So there's going to be 2 new colors of that coming up real soon too. This is actually a piece I've been playing around with the Adirondack Dabbers. This is a piece that I did with the Adirondack Dabber in the purple twilight over raw brass. And what I did is I dabbed it real hard, and then I took a brush and I just brushed it back. And as you can see, I can still burnish that a little bit. And that's real pretty. Now, how would I seal this? I would probably seal this with diamond glaze. If you want to take a little bit more time, ice resin. Or a quick way would be matte spray varnish, but you do have to seal it. And I would paint the back side too. That's a nice look. Now this piece is also the Adirondack Paint Dabbers, and it's a little wet. So, brush it back and you're going to get some, highlights with that. You could probably, once this is dry, go over it with a little bit of Gilders and get some more richness to it. But basically, this is all you do. You got your dabber, you open it up. It's going to be, let's get one that I haven't done anything with yet. Yeah, that one looks like this one is on. Okay, it looks like this when you start. Nothing on it. It's just like any kind of paint marker. You got to start it. See? Okay, it's ready to go now. Okay, that's it. That's all you got to do is just start it. And then you take it and just dab it. You know what? I think we got another color called lettuce too. Yeah, we got gold. I'm looking at her notes here. We got copper and lettuce and gold too, so not just these. I know why I only brought these down. I had those colors down here already. Okay. But you see, you just dab it. Now if you want to let this, get this really hard and get it all colorized, then you might want to let it set for just a little bit and start brushing it back. Brushing it back. Getting it a little bit more even. And then maybe take a white rag. I found these in Walmart. A big bag of these nice white knit rags, soft, $4. Go to Walmart and get them. But look at how pretty this is when I wipe this back. Now this is going to have to be sealed. You're going to want to do matte spray varnish on this. I think that's your best shot. I don't know about diamond glaze with this much piercing and open work, but isn't that pretty? And this is just acrylic. Now when this is dry, I would probably like to see what happens if I do maybe a little bit of metallic Gilders over it. Awesome. But basically it's the same thing you can do with Gilders. It's just another medium. Depends on what you like. Some people are sensitive and they can't use Gilders as much as they'd like because it upsets them. They have allergies. So here's an acrylic way to do it, but I probably would do it in tandem. Okay, setting that aside, now here is a piece that I did with Gilders and made it kind of a gunmetal with a little bit of goldy silver sheen. So you can do gunmetal with Gilders too. I'm using a stiff brush. The fellow from Broke Art told me that, like a shoe polish brush, I haven't been able to locate one yet. But when I do, I think I'm going to have the definitive good brush. But I bought these cheapy dollar brushes, and I cut them way back, so they'd be real nice and stiff. Somebody says a boar's head brush would be really good, too. My friend Lori mentioned that she took Robert Danzig's class, and that worked. But this is a good idea for you now to use with your Gilders for this week, and try that out. Another good combination is silver and orange. Don't forget your color wheel. Acquaint yourself with your color wheel. If you find a good combination, let us know, but it's a lot of experimentation. So check me out next week because I'll have a lot more for you then.